a higher ranked tight end, and this ties back to my Matthew Stafford love earlier. How high can Tyler Higbee get? Well, sky's the limit. Higbee's already stacked with Matthew Stafford in this series and in the article. So you can revisit my optimism for Stafford in the previous take, or if you want to watch the other video as I'll splice these up. I have reasons for optimism for Matthew Stafford, but I have even more reasons to be optimistic that it's going to be Tyler Higbee this week. Higbee should be a top 4 tight end consideration in week 3. He's the only tight end on the Rams roster, at least as of this week. Earlier this week, Bryson Hopkins got suspended. He's getting usage even with Hopkins on the roster. He leads all tight ends in targets, and that's ahead of Mark Andrews. That's ahead of Travis Kelce and Zach Ertz. And name any other tight end. Tyler Higbee has more targets. So he's been targeted. He's gotten the usage. He's the only tight end there. We know that there's optimism for Matthew Stafford already. But then let's look at the specific tight end matchup. Enter the Arizona Cardinals. They've always struggled against the tight end. And 2022 is no different. The Arizona Cardinals, through 2 weeks, have already allowed the most targets and given up the most yards, receptions, most yards, receptions, touchdowns, and fantasy points to tight ends. You want that. You want to target this matchup. It's happened historically, and it's continuing to happen. But even for Tyler Higbee, over the last 5 games that Higbee has played against the Arizona Cardinals, he's averaged 11.6 fantasy points in half PPR scoring, which puts him in top 5 range. I want to be bullish on Tyler Higbee. I looked at the expert consensus rankings. I think there's only like 2 or 3 people who are higher than me on Tyler Higbee. He's not going to fall outside the top 4 for me. It's going to be Andrews. It's going to be Kelce. It's going to be Waller. And then it's Higbee at 4. And Higbee is tight end 7. He is a confidence play this week against the Cardinals.